Morning tube. Oh, morning tube. Welcome to the tube. You look really happy. Today we're going to drum roll RT Fit for the third time because we've sacked off Ultraflex, we've sacked off Rezo, not because they were bad, they were just too far away. And now we're going to the man's gym himself, Ryan Terry. It's actually really nice. So yeah, pull at RT Fit. I'll take you through it, and then we've got some more stuff for the rest of the day. So enjoy. Alright, so kicking things off today, the classic single arm pull down. Not gonna lie, I've been using this. Yeah, I've been doing this session for ages, like the same session structure, single arm pull down, then into a hinge, and then into the rest of the back work. And it's nice, and there's no point changing it because it's been working. So, single arm pull down to start. A few little, not cues, but setup tips here. The main thing you're thinking about is how can I set it up so it's really easy to keep my upper arm close to my body. So essentially just make sure that that cable alignment is either in line with your shoulder or slightly inside. It's just going to make it essentially really easy to just do the movement properly without even having to think about it. So you'll be able to see on this next set, it's very much aligned with my shoulder, slightly inside. Give it a go. Okay, a little bit of a barbell RDL action. Right. The last time I did this in here was with Lawrence, filming a tube for the One Coaching account, and I'm pretty sure I did 190. Since then, I've had this, like, I think it's a nerve issue in sort of my, not even lower back, like the top of my hip, and it's definitely not helping. Like, I've had to pull this down to like 140, and even then it feels pretty rope. So it's kind of weird, the strength there, it's just like I've got to be really cautious, which is annoying because I just want to send it, but it's that actually went okay, all things considered. 2.5 kilo up from last week, which was 2.5 kilos up from the week before, which was 2.5 kilos up from the week before, etc. So the rebuild is on. The thing is, in one of my warm-ups, I did feel my trap sort of get a bit pingy, so basically I'm just a broken mess. Yeah. They're not whack, but they just hurt my back. They just, on paper, you'd maybe say that would be better. It just hurts my lower back. You know, like when you do a T-bar with a barbell attachment, it's like in a landmine, and it sort of feels like it's just ragging up your lower back. Similar thing. Plus, it's way less cool than a barbell row. So. That's the T-bar ticked off. I think in hindsight I should have gone a little bit wider with the handles. Felt a little bit narrow. But now we're on to an upper back row. My upper back is absolutely smoked. I think it's just using different kit like that T-bar. Not quite used to it yet, but feeling pretty cooked. So upper back pull down next, 2 sets there. And then Leo's planning on doing a dual arm cable row. But that'll be what? Pull down, row, upper back pull down, 3 direct back exercises. So a 4th and the RDL could be overkill. We'll see how I feel when it gets there. Good. Yeah, lovely. I'd probably just go a tiny bit narrower with your hands. So maybe put like your ring finger on the curve rather than like literally an inch or 2. Right, you can probably see there on the upper back pull down, second set, I take like 5 or 6 partials towards the end of the set. Reason being is, in a moment like this at the back end of my session, on an exercise like that, there's no chance I can get short, so I can't get all the way down to my chest. So basically that profile is a little bit off compared to where my strength is throughout that rep. So the profile is just like how heavy the machine is, the resistance profile. So it's basically a little bit too heavy at the bottom and a little bit too light at the top. So to kind of top that up, I just do some partials on the very last set, mainly because it feels good, but also because of those reasons. Online fitness pleb. Right then chaps, a little bit of rear delt fly action to finish. And hashtag smoked. So yeah, 3 sets here on the rear delt to finish. In terms of setup cues, not everyone's going to love this, but I think textbook wise this is a good setup. Have the cable slightly above shoulder height, so you're sort of going in a slight downwards arc, not too aggressive. And also when your arm is fully out in front of you, have the cable around about 90 degrees to your arm in that stretch position, roughly around there, maybe a little bit less if it feels a little bit too heavy. So what it's going to do is make the exercise a little bit heavier towards the end of the rep when you're in that stretch position, and a little bit lighter when you're in the contracted position back here, which for me feels really good, and textbook wise it is good. So give that a go in the setup. I'm going to teach Elliot how to do it now. Yeah, let me know what you think. Realistically, you're not going to let me know what you think, but you know what I'm saying. Do you want a little tip? Yeah. With these, when you're setting it up, you might not like this, but I prefer it quite heavily. If you stood back here, you see how my arm is pretty much in line with the cable? That basically means there's no load going through my delt. So you're probably better off standing a little bit closer. See how now that angle there is a lot bigger. It means there's going to be more tension on the old deltoid. So rather than standing back here, basically just stand like a foot further forward. Again, you might hate it, but for me it feels better. Also means you can get like right across yourself without it just going to nothing. Right chaps, why am I so bright? Yo, what the flip?
Yeah, well, that exposure's
for real. Session Dunsky is pretty good to be fair, but RDL absolutely ruined me, so Looks like I'm not going to 2 sets anytime soon. Time to go home and then we go to the pod ski. Come on.
Big man.
Come on. Don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but probably waffle for about 3 hours. See you then.